Hey everyone, welcome Tellor weekly dev call, or it's like the daily dev call, but we record it once a week when we post it. Hopefully you guys all had a great Easter. That's why we're doing this on Tuesday. We took the Easter Monday off. All right, big updates this week. The vote kicked off on Easter. So if you guys want to vote on the next treasury, it's like the same thing, just double the rate. We actually had a whole bunch of people. A lot of people are starting to enter the treasury now because there's like a week left, so they're starting to figure out how the hell this works, which is cool. So I expect the next round of treasuries will probably fill up. People are like, oh man, this is a good return, so super cool. We'll see how much people like it. And then, so yeah, go vote. The biggest thing. It's too late to delegate, or it has to do with your balance on Easter Day. So go vote. Other things that we'll be doing this week, we'll be doing some more brainstorming on Tellor 360 on Friday, so watch out for that video. We're also going to redeploy autopay, so we made some changes to the autopay contract, adding some getters and some other little features. So pay attention in the docs. It's a contract that it doesn't really, you can sort of redeploy it and upgrade it without too much trouble. So we'll be doing that today. So if you see us like post a bunch of new addresses for autopay, that's what it is. And then tomorrow we'll probably, I don't know if it's live or not, but I'll be speaking at Shred the System. It's like this crypto event at Harrisburg University up in Pennsylvania. They're having me out, so that'll be fun. It's like a broad crypto event, so it's like I have to explain oracles to people who don't know what Bitcoin is, which is always fun, but spreading the word. All right. Yeah, let's see. Josh, what you working on?
Yeah, made really good progress last week with the updating the Tellor Treasuries, so everything should be good. There's just a couple of dates that are being weirdly interpreted. So once I fix that and push that, the treasuries will not only before, being able to pay out the Q1 treasuries, but you could also use them for Q2 as well. But you could access them and the page will render and everything will be good. So that's the main focus for today. Other than that, yeah, just trying to, if you want, Nick, the voting module too, I could upgrade that stylistically as well, or we can just keep it as it is. Like I said, functionality wise, it was good. Yeah, it was good before the vote kicked off. It was, just a couple of things. Like I said before, just had to change the ID and then we're good to go. But yeah.
Awesome. No, it should look good. Also for everyone else, we updated the website. Go have a look at the website. Go find some. We're trying to make it as simple as humanly possible, so we never ever have to think about it again. So if you can find any errors, let us know. But then if you can find anything that may ever need updating in the future, also let us know, because we don't want to do it. Yeah, so that's the website. It does look really good though. It's looking great. Go have a look. Let us know if it works on your platform or what you guys think. So
try to click on all the links, make sure they all go to the right place.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is just like checking on your specific phone. Does it work? Like whenever we had like a lot of times, like there's big words in there. Like I remember like I opened up on my phone the first time and like the word decentralized was cut in half. It just couldn't spread across a mobile screen. So finding those little things that are embarrassing on mobile, but should be good. Tally, welcome back. What's up?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get started on, or get started back on the Algorand integration, and then as well, I'm gonna start on my first Telliot integration, the gas price oracle.
Cool. So guys, Tally's gonna be doing a gas price oracle. We've had some requests for it in the past, and it's just one of those cool things. Like it's a historical gas price oracle, so you'll be able to look at like, you'll have to enter a block number and then you get the gas price on that chain, and then that way you can do some refunds. So should be good. Should we have people enter a network too?
Probably.
Maybe, yeah, so gas price and then chain ID,
Yeah.
I guess. That'll be cool. Hopefully Tally will be quick, but he'll probably be pinging some of you Tally people, and then he's gonna make like a little checklist out of it too. So it makes it easier in the future. So if you, whatever resources you guys have, point them in those directions.
Thank you.
So Akrem.
I am working on the Telliot, the tip listener. Added getting the current tip. Tested it with the old contract because the functions are similar, so that should be good. I just, when the new contract deploys, I just have to switch the addresses.
We're doing that this afternoon, so
Yeah, so I'll do that later. Going, and the next thing I'm doing is adding the listening for the feeds, new feeds,
nice.
integrating that, and that's about it.
Cool, super excited about it. So yeah. All right. Oh, and then yeah, Akrem, just meet up with Tally at some point today.
Actually, we have a meeting scheduled after this. So.
Sweet. Yeah, Owen.
Hey, yeah, so first there's the Morphware thing, and it's at a similar position to where I think Tim's at with his RNG query type, just doing the Python side, where the essentially like the class representation of a new query type is done in Telliot core, and then I believe he has a data source and data feed done on the Telliot feed example side. So now we just link them up and get some reported examples, send those back to Morphware. And then later in the afternoon, I need to go back to doing the testing. So we're switching over again to using a local node with Brownie and Ganache rather than Infura. And so just doing some more of those in Telliot core, and then seeing which would be good to hand off to like Lauren and Akrem to get some experience with that. Could be cool too if y'all want to do some like Solidity mocks as well for some of the contracts that we need to interact with. But yeah, so that's the main thing for me today.
Super cool. Lauren.
I got all that monitor stuff finished that we were talking about on Friday. There's some of the settings in the app don't sync up with your environment variables. So you have to change it in the app as well on the Heroku website. So that's all fixed. I'm gonna make the video today. And then I know Will mentioned something about changing the style of it to match all of our other stuff. So maybe I'll send him a message saying if he wants to do that, or Josh, if you are interested in helping out too. I know that's probably something you're better at than I am. And then I want to finish up the API query type, and then Owen, tomorrow I might need help from you, just kind of making sure it all links up with the Telliot stuff correctly. So yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, priority on making it prettier is pretty low, I think.
Yeah.
Since we just got it working, let's see how
whoever's
much we use it.
time. Yeah, it's just a few stuff on the style sheet I think needs to be changed, but it takes me a long time to find it because it's so long. And I know whenever Josh has helped me with it, he knows exactly where to look. So
Nice. Yeah. Cool. Spuddy, you want to give any updates or good? It's just waving.
Yeah, I just running a lot of testnet reporters. I had this weird thing happen over the weekend where an AWS machine just went down. Never had that happen before.
Cool.
Kind of defeats the purpose of AWS, you know?
Wait, the whole thing went down?
Like the whole instance quit working, it froze. Maybe I hit it too hard, I don't know. I always break everything when I'm trying to run this stuff.
Well, no,
Was
I
it
mean,
running a reporter?
It was running a reporter.
It was running like 40 reporters.
Ah, so it might be like a memory thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Might want to split those up.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think once yeah. Over time, we'll slowly move those and I think make sure that they're there. And then I think also,
I'll do one separate one for each network, maybe.
okay, and then also we'll probably want you to be able to teach somebody. So over the next, few weeks, like how to access those, and at least Brenda or I, and make sure, like, in case you go down.
I've gone down before.
Yes. We know how to
Any
access
new
those.
errors after
The
updating?
memory thing is gonna happen no matter, like, it's just gonna be a matter of time, even if you split them. 'Cause
Well, no, I think
it's
Telliot
happened
gets,
before. It's
Telliot
happened
should,
before.
does Telliot store infinite data, or does it like start parsing it?
No, it turns the logs, so it shouldn't.
Yeah, that was our old miner did not do that, Brenda. We would just, it would just infinitely grow larger. And then if you just left it running, it would be,
Okay,
it's some issues.
that'd be interesting then to find out why it came down, if it was just AWS or if it was us.
Yeah, if you get any logs or anything.
I'm gonna start by just splitting up the
Cool.
networks.
Did any new errors after updating Spuddy from the last one?
A couple.
Just okay. Well, some.
Cool. Quentin?
Yeah, I'm working on that tracer integration, tracer finance. I'm finishing up on the tests. I created the data specs and pushed it on GitHub. And I'm also working on the Zodiac module. Still writing code for that.
All right, I'm gonna push the tracer integration over to them, see what they think so far, and if they see any potential errors with it before you finish testing. But I know they're at an event this week, so may or may not get to it. So,
All right.
Okay, Tim.
So on Friday at a Krems request, I just started adding a total tip getter. Or really it returns all the query IDs that have a tip, which would have been a simple add and test. But in doing that, I found one little bug at the end of the day on Friday. So I'm just testing that.
So you'll have a pushed auto pay.
A push.
Okay.
Now it really should only affect the getters and not the core functionality, but so yeah, I'm fixing that. And then also I've got the updates to Diva payment. We had started making a separate Diva payment contract for the Diva protocol, and then they wanted to actually put that inside of one of their own contracts. So we're helping them. We're doing that together with them, making those updates.
Okay.
So I'm helping with that.
Nice. And then RNG is just about done.
Yeah, I've got a push for the Telliot feed example side of things.
Nice.
Owen approved and slightly modified the core side thing on last week.
So we're done.
Well, yeah. So now, pending Owen's approval of the feed examples side of things.
Cool. Yeah, and then we can start pushing random numbers. Super cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Did you make a PR?
I'm
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Cool. And I mean, so like if he pushes that to like the feed examples, does that also like update the catalog? Like, will that then be a supported one?
No. He was working on the data source and the data feed for it. So
But then
three
like once
parts
that's done, then we'll make it
link them together. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I think we just need to get rid of the. Yeah, that's a separate thing, but
Okay. Oh, and then at 1 today, if you want to join And then Krem, if you want to join too, I'm meeting with Sunny from Ricochet. So they're doing, if you saw, they reached out in the dev channel in there. They're trying to write some mock teller contracts
Oh, nice.
and for their tests. So I'm just gonna, I offered to do it for him and he's like, can you just explain it to me? And which is even better. So,
Okay.
because it's a super simple fix, just showing them the changes. So, so yeah, that's super exciting. Maybe we get a timeline out of them on the call too.
That
So,
would be good. I guess that means they're doing things. They're
well, they had like, there was that bug in Superfluid that
yeah.
they were sort of dependent on. But I guess that's been solved, which is super cool. So yeah, I mean, they've always been one of our most promising users as soon as, and they push stuff, which is great. All right, so we have 2 presentations today. Quentin's doing the Chainlink, some graphs on Chainlink, our competitor, and Josh is doing the data feed. So we're gonna let Josh share his screen first. And you can, Josh, yes, go for it.
Be unmuted now, right? Is everybody seeing my screen?
Looks beautiful.
Cool. So this is live right now on feed.tellor.io. We're going to talk to a little bit more about the SSL certificate security there, but in general should be fine. It's just a data feed constantly going of all the different chains we support at the moment. Obviously, if that changes in the future, this app should be able to account for that. But for right now, you can filter anything, any reporting events happening within the Tellor ecosystem. There are by default just 50 events, and there's going to be some new unaccounted for ones here. I checked coming in. ETH. There you go. There's a new one. I saw those on the call, and I'm in the midst of updating those. A couple of maker reports and a USDC report, which I have not accounted for, but just waiting on pushing those. But in general, the app will show you the first 50 reports in the Tellor ecosystem, most recent. So this goes back all the way to yesterday at 5:45, whatever your local time is on your machine. That's just what it is for me. And then, yeah, if you want, you can filter by anything that comes up as far as like ETH, BTC, and you'll all be seeing those. If you only wanted to see those on Rinkeby, then get filtered further. And then you could do the exact same thing with any of the specific reporters that you'd want to see, you know, if you are running your own miner or reporter. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Go ahead and clear. Another cool little front-end UI UX thing now that we have is light mode, dark mode enabled, and it'll also be memory persistent, as in so long as you don't clear your history and cache, it will remember your light mode, dark mode preferences, even on a refresh and stuff like that. So good old fashioned UI UX coming in there. So yeah, that's kind of just going to be the hub now, I guess, of everything happening within the Tellor ecosystem. So that way everything gets updated in real time. Like if you wanted to, you could literally just leave this open and the web page would just constantly update with new reports as they come in. It'll obviously be like a little bit behind any chain. It won't exactly report exactly when the report happens, just because it has to make contact with the graph indexer first. But it's I don't know, it's pretty fast. Like within 2 minutes, you'll see the new report. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Super slick, man. I think this is super good. Yeah, it's great. You know, people have always wanted to be like, how can we see how much Tellor is updating and what prices and everything like that? It's just such a frequent question. Now we have a place.
And it's at feed.tellor.io. There you go.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Perfect. So, all right. Yeah, so remind me to put that in the link. Or Ryan, whenever he posts a YouTube video, if he doesn't. All right, Quentin, you want to share your screen? Show us what you made. Quentin made a Dune dashboard. So yeah, go for it. I'll shut up.
Can you see my window?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so yeah, I made a Dune dashboard with the help of Lauren. So I'll be going through some of the charts and graphs I made. I first made these with Python, but then I had to, refresh my SQL knowledge to adjust them in Dune Analytics, which was fun. So the first one talks about the daily unique Chainlink users. So we can see at the start, it steadily increases from October to January 21st, 2021. And then it levels off and stabilizes. And it actually seems to be going down here in April. So I can't predict the future, but if it keeps going down, that may be a good sign for Tellor. Then we have the feed requests. So how many transactions are actually made to Chainlink? So you can see that there are a lot of fluctuations sometimes, but just as in the first graph, we can see that at the start they didn't have a lot of requests, but then it ramped up, and you can see that the average would be, I guess, about 2K daily if we take out the ones that jump out.
Since they're all price feeds, I'm guessing that just correlates with volatility.
Yeah, it could
So
be.
higher vol days would probably see more requests. Just update your price feed.
Yeah. So these fluctuations, they're pretty constant too.
Yeah, because I mean, like you'll see down here, like who their users are. It's like they're all derivative-based price feeds, so it's like it's going to be the same.
So the next one the next pie chart talks about how many feed requests there were per consumer. These are all-time feed requests. So we can see here, the biggest ones come from Chainlink somehow. Still don't really have an explanation for that, but that's how it is. Then there's also
That's
another
just
group.
like them reading their own data
Yeah,
or
I mean,
posting their own data.
It might be integration contracts too. Yeah, we just don't know.
yeah, I mean, the SQL code that comes with it actually just looks at the functions that read their contracts or request data. So then the other section is actually the ones that don't have a name, which are unnamed, because you can see these are called, this one is Aave, then you have Ferrari Capital and Clipper. I went deeper into the other group, the unnamed ones, and it actually seems that a big part of them are also from Chainlink. So
Sure.
So it means that at least more than 50% of all these Chainlink feed requests are actually from Chainlink. Then the next one I filtered out Aave and Chainlink to get a better view on the smaller ones, the smaller consumers. We can see Rory Capital and Clipper are the biggest ones. Rory Capital is a lending platform. You can also borrow and earn yield. Then Clipper was a DEX with, I think it was $800 million TVL. And then Synthetics, also pretty well known, I think. Yeah, got smaller ones here. Yeah. This is the most requested feeds. So obviously Ethereum and BTC are the biggest ones. And then we can go down and we can see even Gwei is pretty big. The gas price is a big one that gets requested. So yeah, that's that. Then flattens out. Here again, I filtered out, sorry, this is again the Chainlink feed requests per consumer.
This is
but in a
reads,
different form.
so it's not really feed requests, it's just the number of reads on a contract.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see Clipper, Rory Capital, and then smaller ones. a better view on those. Yeah, and then I have another weekly unique Chainlink users, which gives another view of the of the stats.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Super cool. Yeah, no, I mean, so leave it
Nice.
up. The reason I asked him for this was, you know, like a lot of times, like we're trying to do a lot of this dev work, and we can obviously reach out to a lot of these guys. A lot of our customers and people we're starting to integrate with are sort of disgruntled Chainlink customers, as in they can't add price feeds fast enough, or they're not going to other networks. So who should we reach out to? This is a great list. Another thing too, it's, you know, you hear from Chainlink all the time, like it seems like they would have thousands and thousands of users on Ethereum, but it's, you know, it's 20. It's, you know, it's a much smaller number than most people realize. This is the same with, you know, anybody. Like if you look at like how many users any of these apps that have hundreds of millions of dollars worth of TVL, it's, you know, it's not thousands and thousands of users. It's, you know, 90% of the volume comes from usually 5 guys, and that's like what you kind of see here. 90% of the volume for Chainlink is going to come from 5 guys, and so, you know, like we're not as far behind. You know, like we have 20 projects potentially in the pipeline now. Like we could catch them in 6 months and be tied with them. Like it's crazy. Like, and you know, we're not as far behind as a lot of people sometimes care to think about, and it's pretty cool. The other thing too, from sort of a business perspective, you see like whenever people are going to be paying for Tellor, so like Chainlink's different, they pay for everybody's feeds, and that's how they get a lot of users. It's, you know, like who are we expecting to pay for Tellor feeds in the future and to stake? And it's going to be a sort of, what's that law where like the 80-20 rule? Pareto principle. Yeah, something like that, where we're probably going to have 2 or 3 big users, just like Chainlink has like Aave and Rari Capital, and they're going to be the people that have to fund it because they're the ones doing all the reads and they're doing all the updates, and it's going to look similar to that. So it's, you know, if you're talking about how to sort of grow the demand for Tellor, like yes, the little people help because you're hoping that those little people will turn into those big people, but we're probably going to have, you know, when we're big, it'll be 2 or 3 users that do 90% of the contract calls, and that's okay. That's sort of what the space looks like. That's what most spaces look like. So it's just kind of some things to think about. You know, you're not going to, like if you're talking about getting on mainnet or getting on any of these networks, like it's not we're really a B2B play. It's not this thing where like, oh, we need to be able to have thousands and thousands of customers coming in and requesting new feeds and paying for them easily. Like it's like, no, like it's, if we get 50 people, like we're like the market leaders. Like we're the market leaders and we can shoot up to $1 billion market cap. It would be pretty cool. So just keep it in mind when you're thinking about what you're building and things like that. It's a smaller number of users, and you're probably going to have a handful of really good big power users that actually make the difference. So I hope that makes sense, but super cool Dune charts. Good working with Dune, Quentin.
Yeah, it was fun. It's a pretty cool project, pretty cool website to use.
So very nice. Well, we have questions. You can end it if you want. Okay, so we got 2 questions today. Answer super fast. Will Tellor have its own platform or wallet that we can use for voting, or where will snapshots be taken and how will they be distributed? The question's kind of all over the place. But no, I mean, sorry.
Are they asking about the treasure or just snapshot?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, either way, we're not going to have our own wallet. A lot of other people are building wallets. We're we're just kind of piggybacking. I know voting through other wallets is not the easiest now. Like if you want to vote through MetaMask, like then you got to go click on our website and connect and vote. Like ideally, you know, I see in the future, like a lot of times there will just be like governance buttons in these wallets. But we're not working on it. Other people, it's a problem that's out there, and they'll make it easier to use.
We do have a website where they can go vote though.
Yeah.
So
And then last question, do you have a solution so the price of your coin does not depend on the price of Bitcoin? No. If we did, I think.
one does.
everyone- Yeah,
Nobody has that.
yeah, like right now, everything, you know, if the price of Bitcoin tanks by 90%, like it sucks, but we're going down by 90%. Ethereum's also going down by 90%. It just, this is the crypto market. It's been this way for, I mean, this ever, yeah, I started trading Bitcoin in like 2013. It's been the exact same, like all the altcoins mirror Bitcoin. But I like to look at it as like I think we can do better versus other coins, and like you can look at the relative rankings. Like similar, like there's a concept in like economics of like the real rate of return. So once you like take out inflation, and I look at Bitcoin's gains as that. So like you want to try and keep up with Bitcoin, because like is it worth it investing in Tellor like whenever you could have just like put in Bitcoin? Because that in my mind that's like the speculative premium. Because like Bitcoin has no use at the moment, so it's just all speculation. How much of Tellor, how much of Ethereum is just speculation? Answer probably most of it, in literally every single coin. So taking that out, like how do you do, is more of the question. So anybody else have thoughts? No, but yeah, we'll try. Eventually we'll get the flippening come. Then it'll be the price of ETH. So it'll be good.
One of these days.
One of these days. So, all right. Well, thanks everyone for coming. Talk to you guys next week and talk to most of you guys later. Bye.